Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Auraki te maunga, ko Waimakariri te awa, ko Rob Clark taku ingoa, no Ototahi hau, ko au te kaihanga o te Kamupeni Learning Architects. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa. Firstly, thank you for the opportunity to present a video to explain and share some of our kaupapa regarding cultural capability. We appreciate the opportunity and look forward to hearing from you. Much of what we believe about cultural capability can be summarised in this whakatauki. Mā te kōrero ka mōhio, mā te mōhio ka marama, mā te marama ka mātou, mā te mātou ka ora. So through talking we know, through knowing we understand, through understanding we gain knowledge, through knowledge we live. So our kaupapa, and it's central to our approach, is the focus on akonga success. And our role is to support this process, and we keep akonga success front of mind and at the centre of our decision making when working in kura. Surrounding akonga are tangata, individuals, whānau, hapu and iwi, and also the wider school community. So this recognises the importance of incorporating backgrounds, aspirations and dreams for the future. We support the school to realise this for all akonga and their various communities. Also supporting akonga obviously are the wharekura, or learning houses themselves, and of course us as a PLD provider. So we see our role as po whirinaki, as the supporting poles, and we're there as a temporary measure, with our place in this model being one of support and care towards achieving success for all akonga. All of this is underpinned by the three principles of Te Tiriti o Waitangi. Learning Architects own Matapono and Uara align to the three principles of Te Tiriti o Waitangi. We have examples of mahi we've done to date to exemplify this. There are, of course, other parties working to support akonga success, for instance, the Ministry of Education and other agencies, and we're all aiming for the same thing, success of all akonga. So, surrounding this model, we consider the dimensions of te whare tapawhā as important. So we ask ourselves, what does the ideal akonga look like? Or what does the ideal kaiako or wharekura look like? Similarly, what does the ideal tangata, whānau, hapu and iwi look like to successfully support the ideal akonga? Each of these groups has a role to play in supporting the akonga. Therefore, the well-being of each group is considered in our plan as we develop support for the akonga. If any aspect of this is out of kilter, then success for the akonga may be compromised. And we use this model because it illustrates the importance of connection and balance in the five elements of te whare tapawhā. Now, in addition to this model, we have identified 4 key beliefs relating to successful PLD in this context. So I'd like to show you that now. So informing our kaupapa is the journey we've taken as an organisation since establishment in 2014. The name Learning Architects is a metaphor for the design of learning. As a company, we're focused on growth, and the fronds of our logo represent the sense of growth. And of course, at the centre is the success of all akonga, underpinned by the needs and aspirations of their whānau, hapu, iwi, and the wider community. So to help us conceptualise this, we have identified 4 key beliefs about successful PLD which guide our work. So these are tūhono tangata. So we aim to support schools through PLD that is reflective, collaborative, open, authentic, that is focused on celebrating strengths, enhancing connection, and this means that we're invested and it requires us to be vulnerable and open to learning at all times. So this means that we must model the principle of ako, recognising that the learner cannot be separated from their whānau, hapu and iwi, and the interconnectedness of the learning process. The second belief that we have about successful PLD is that it must be personalised, more aki. So we believe effective PLD must be tailored to the needs of the akonga, the school and the community it serves. This means we must be responsive, flexible and adaptable. Practices that show this are how we take into account the capacity and capability of the wharekura and the staff of the wharekura, and of course the local context for that particular school. The third belief is he mahi, is that PLD is about transformation and growth that leads to an increase in capability for the wharekura. To achieve this, there must be a synergy, and we take an evidence-based approach in how we work with schools whānau, hapu and iwi. So this often involves us refining the approach and adapting to what is required and maintaining a focus on developing agency for our learners. The last belief, the fourth belief we have is kawea ki uta. So we believe effective PLD creates a legacy, and our role is a temporary one where we serve to ensure that the school grows. So practice elements that show this include providing support for leaders, helping schools design and lead change. And it is our role, we see our role as releasing the energy of the staff and the kura to support learner success. So underpinning this is the whānau, hapu and iwi and what the learner brings to the picture, as well as our commitment to te riti, the principles of te riti o Waitangi. So we work in partnership to bring the treaty to life through the work of our schools. We revisit these beliefs each year to improve and refine the practices that support them.